Hey guys, welcome to JoJo Cider Reviews and More. I'm JoJo. So for my last episode, I reviewed one of my favorite beers of all time, Samuel Adams Oktoberfest. And this beer I might like even more. This is called Samuel Adams Jacko Pumpkin Ale. It's 4.4% alcohol by volume, 8 IBUs. Classic Samuel Adams, they disclose the IBUs on bottles and cans, which is convenient for the drinker. On the back it says Samuel Adams Jacko, perfect fall beer. Jacko's cinnamon and nutmeg aromas recall memories of freshly baked pumpkin pie. It has the ideal balance of seasonal spices with a crisp, refreshing finish. This pumpkin ale pairs perfectly with the transition of summer into cooler days and nights. Jim Koch, founder and brewer. It is notched February of 2023 on the freshness date here. So we got quite a few months. This came out a few weeks ago, mid-August or so. And originally, so Samuel Adams was out of Boston, Massachusetts, one of the most famous breweries of all time. They used to own Traveler Shandy Group, and they were out of Vermont. And they had a Jacko Traveler Pumpkin Shandy, which honestly was one of my favorite beers of all time. I thought it's, to this day, the best pumpkin beer that I've ever had. For whatever reason, Samuel Adams discontinued that company. They had a lot of good beers, really. They had the Winter Shandy, which I liked a lot as well, and I really enjoyed that company. But anyways, so I've reviewed this 2 other times on my channel. The first year I didn't enjoy it too much. It was okay. I gave it a 90, but then 90.1. But then I realized that it had kind of a weird aftertaste. The next year, 2021, I gave it an 86, but I actually liked it a lot better. And this year they're actually calling it a shandy, which Jacko Traveler was a shandy. I don't believe they've called the Samuel Adams version a shandy before. I used to think a shandy was any beer that's mixed with lemonade. Really, it's mixed with a non-alcoholic drink. Usually it's like a lemon citrusy kind of soda. So they are calling it a shandy this year. I'm not sure it's on the bottle, but on the website they mentioned shandy. Anyways, there's been different batches. Like the one I looked up online at Beer Advocate, that seemed to be from a different year because that version was 4.9% ABV and 18 IBUs or 15 IBUs. This one is different. And anyways, that one, the previous batch, they gave a 75 out of 100. I didn't really find a score for this year's version yet. But again, this is one of my favorite beers, even though it's a Samuel Adams version. Last year's was really good. But again, the Jacko Traveler Pumpkin Shandy, I wish they would bring it back. So let's go in for the review here. Smoke coming out of the glass. And our good friends Kaylee and Derek, they're getting married next year in Disney World. Actually, it's going to be a great wedding. They asked me to be the officiant for their wedding, so I got this glass today. So thanks again, Derek and Kaylee. Cheers to you guys. Salute to you guys. And I'm going to use this glass tonight for this review. It's going for the pour. There was smoke coming out, which could mean it's very fresh. And all right, got a little bit left in the bottle here. So this looks like, honestly, fall in a glass. Kind of a dark, cloudy orange appearance. Let's say about a 3.5 finger head of kind of off-white tan color, like a light tan color, and it's fairly cloudy, hazy. You can see through it, but it's definitely cloudy. Good amount of bubbles streaming up to the surface. More bubbles than the Oktoberfest had. It's like a pretty crisp beer, and a little foamy, soapy head as well. Let's go in for the aroma. Oh, so right off the bat, I'm getting a lot of brown sugar, cinnamon. Getting a little bit of apple in there, honestly. Getting those, those holiday pumpkin spices. Get that kind of clean water smell as well. Smells sweet. Not really any trace of hops in here. Pretty good header retention still. Yeah, you get that kind of cinnamon nutmeg. You do get that. And a good amount of pumpkin. Without further ado, salute. So the brown sugar is definitely there. Good amount of pumpkin. But the brown sugar cinnamon is it's not cloying at all. It's quite pleasant, I think. Mouthfeel is light. Not really getting any hops. It's malty. There's pumpkin. Like I said, kind of cinnamon on the back end there. Pretty good lacing sticking to the glass there. Super sessionable. Whatever it is, 4.4%. I think that might even be lighter than a Bud Light or very close to it. The finish is pretty sweet, actually. I wouldn't say dry, even semi-dry. I think I've got kind of sweetness there. Yeah, mouthfeel is light. Good amount of pumpkin, good amount of cinnamon. This is, you know, like I said, I enjoy this, but it's not as good as the Jacko Traveler Pumpkin Shandy that I had. Feels like forever ago now. But this is good. I'm going to, for a score, (9.2) out of 10, 92 out of 100. It's very, very good. I highly recommend it. I have cans as well. This was my last bottle, so I wanted to review the bottle. But this is, like I said, they really have good fall beers and winter ones. Said that before. I like all their beers, but I think their strongest products are the winter and fall beers. They're known for having beers that, like, you know, they're there for one season, go away. Sometimes they come back. They might have the chocolate Bock again in the winter this year, which I'm excited about. But I really like their fall beers, and this is probably really close to being my favorite Samuel Adams, not just fall beer, but beer in general. But I love the Oktoberfest as well. Old Fezziwig is up there. The Winter Lager I enjoy a lot. Bavarian Lager I really like. But yeah, this is really good. This is Samuel Adams Jacko Pumpkin Ale. I guess a shandy this year. And 9.2 out of 10. I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, salute.